ARMY shocked. Taehyung's dance during Ararang practice makes a big USA producer offer a secret project. Hello ARMY all around the world. Wherever you are right now, maybe it's morning with a cup of coffee in your hand, maybe you're in the middle of a busy day, or maybe you're enjoying a quiet night, wait for a moment. Don't scroll. Because there's a story from inside BTS's practice room that, in the past few hours, has made many people on the internet suddenly stop and start wondering. A story that at first looked very simple. It wasn't a comeback announcement. It wasn't a new album teaser. And it wasn't a big concert. It was just a regular practice moment. But somehow, that small moment turned into a huge discussion among ARMY, and even caught the attention of people in the international entertainment industry. And as you might already guess, the center of this story is Kim Taehyung. Recently, BTS has reportedly been preparing a special performance connected to Ararang. For many people outside Korea, Ararang may simply sound like a traditional song. But for Koreans, Ararang means much more than that. It is a cultural symbol. This song has been passed down through generations for hundreds of years. The melody is simple, yet the emotion behind it is incredibly powerful. Ararang is often seen as a song that represents journey, longing, hope, and resilience of the Korean people. That is why every time this song is performed on a big stage, artists usually try to bring a very deep emotional interpretation. And when BTS decided to perform Ararang, many people immediately knew this would not be an ordinary performance. According to several staff members involved in the production, the rehearsals for this performance were very intense. The practice room was filled with discussions about choreography, lighting, and stage expression. The choreographers were trying to combine modern elements with traditional Korean feelings. Some movements were made softer. Others were made more dramatic. The BTS members themselves looked very focused while trying every detail. RM was discussing ideas with the creative team. J-Hope tried different rhythm variations in the choreography. Jimin repeated certain movements many times to perfect the emotional expression. And as always, the practice atmosphere was full of hard work, but also small laughter between the members. Until suddenly, something completely unexpected happened. When the Ararang music started playing again for another practice round, Taehyung slowly stepped into the center of the room. At first, everyone thought he was simply going to try the choreography that had already been prepared. But something immediately felt different. Instead of following the original choreography, Taehyung began to move in a completely new way. His movements were slow, very soft, and filled with emotion. His hands moved as if they were following the flow of the air. His steps were light but carried a strong emotional weight. Some staff members even said that the way Taehyung moved at that moment felt more like an art performance than a simple dance rehearsal. His expression changed with the melody. His eyes were focused, as if he was telling a story through every movement of his body. What surprised everyone the most was how the entire room suddenly became silent. The Ararang music continued playing. But no one spoke. Some BTS members stopped moving and simply watched. Jungkook smiled slightly, as if enjoying the moment. Jimin watched very carefully, studying every movement. Meanwhile J-Hope, who is known for his deep understanding of dance, slowly nodded. As if he realized that what Taehyung was doing was truly something special. The moment only lasted about a minute. But for the people inside that room, it felt much longer. Because in that short time, Taehyung managed to transform the rehearsal atmosphere into something that felt almost like a deeply emotional art performance. When the music stopped, Taehyung stopped too. He simply gave a small smile, as if what he had just done was nothing more than a casual improvisation. Practice then continued as usual. But it turned out, the moment didn't end there. One of the staff members in the practice room reportedly recorded a small portion of that moment. At first, the video was only meant to be rehearsal documentation. But as often happens in the entertainment world, That short clip eventually started circulating privately among people in the creative industry. The video passed from one person to another. And eventually, it reached someone completely unexpected. According to several reports circulating within entertainment circles, the video of Taehyung's rehearsal was reportedly seen by a major producer from the United States. The identity of this producer has not been officially confirmed. However, some sources claim he is someone who frequently works on international music and visual projects. When he watched the video, his reaction was said to be quite surprising. He didn't just compliment Taehyung's movements. He reportedly said that Taehyung has a performer quality that is extremely rare to find today. According to him, the way Taehyung expresses emotion through body movement feels very natural. Not forced. Not simply following choreography. But something that truly comes from within him as an artist. And from that moment, a much bigger rumor began to spread. Some people in the entertainment industry claim that the producer became interested in collaborating with Taehyung on a creative project in the future. There are no confirmed details about the project. No official statement from the agency. But rumors say that early discussions about a possible collaboration have already been mentioned informally. And of course, once this rumor reached ARMY, the internet exploded. Across social media platforms, fans began discussing the possibility. Many ARMY said they were not surprised at all. Because Taehyung has always been known for having a very unique artistic aura. He is not only a singer. He also has a deep passion for visual art, photography, acting, and stage expression. In many BTS performances before, Taehyung has often created some of the most iconic stage moments. His expressions, the way he moves, the way he delivers emotion, all feel incredibly distinctive. What makes this story even more interesting is the big question now being asked by ARMY around the world. Will Taehyung's improvised dance during Ararang rehearsal actually appear in the final performance? Some production staff reportedly discussed that possibility. Because the movement perfectly matched the emotional atmosphere of Ararang. But for now, there has been no official decision. But imagine if it really happens. Imagine that one day, when BTS performs Ararang in front of millions of viewers worldwide. There is one small part of the choreography that was actually born from a spontaneous moment inside a practice room. A moment when an artist simply followed the music and his emotions. And from that moment, something powerful was created. Something strong enough to capture the attention of a major producer from the other side of the world. For many ARMY, stories like this are exactly why they continue to follow BTS's journey. Because BTS doesn't only create music. They create stories. Stories about passion. About creativity. And about small moments that sometimes become the beginning of something much bigger. And who knows? Maybe years from now, we might look back at that simple rehearsal moment. And realize that it was the moment when something extraordinary truly began. Now we want to ask you, ARMY all around the world. Do you think Taehyung's dance could really attract the attention of a big producer in the United States? And if one day Taehyung receives a huge international project outside BTS? Are you ready to see a completely new side of Kim Taehyung as a global artist? Write your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other ARMY around the world. See you in the next BTS story.